Meanwhile, I'm trying to find my pictures I took. I have so many SD cards. I think it's this one. Fuck! Inserted it the wrong way.
I'm immature sometimes.
Really? What?
You and all of you can shut the fuck up.
Mitch being immature? What? News to me.
Unbelievable.
Truly
I can't
scandalous.
believe this.
Oh, really, Hannah? By the way. The will be played shorter than the guest
Not
character
today.
this episode.
Not today, Satan.
Last week, Sierra pushed Drax off the boat. Isla may do it this week.
And Drax was never heard from again.
Oh, well.
Where the fuck
no.
did all my pictures go? Oh, I probably saved them to my computer.
Hey, I said no blackmail.
This is my stream, motherfucker.
Once it's on Twitch, it's there for good.
Yep.
Besides, only blackmail if you pay the blackmailer.
Oh yeah, I have $0, so don't blackmail me.
I take currency in the form of chicken nuggets.
I don't have any chicken nuggets, but I can acquire some.
Do you take Girl Scout cookies?
And that's what we have.
It is Girl Scout cookie season.
It is.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it is.
I'm getting none, and I'm upset.
Yeah.
My whole family
Ow,
has been
my
getting
ass. That hurt.
She said.
Without going into heavy detail, my ass has been hurting all week.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
them.
Yeah, it hurts to sit every now and then. Life fucked me in the ass.
I was gonna say horseback riding.
Been there, sister. Been there.
I haven't gone horseback riding since I was a kid.
Oh.
I haven't gone in a long ass time.
Yeah. It was fun.
I really like it. It's fun.
Yeah. Why is my iPad at only 17%?
They take fucking forever to recharge.
I don't know
swear.
how it died last night. It was at full charge last night.
Weird.
Homicide.
I don't know if I somehow left the screen open.
Do you close all the apps when you turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, then there
Even-
goes that idea.
I think
Yeah.
it might have been left unlocked and like the screen open.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That
fair.
drains battery, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes just too many apps running at once too can do it.
Like I said already, I didn't have any apps running.
Oh, weird.
But
Your stream is live, so I have no comments at this time.
Oh. I love how I keep getting notified when people like Mitch's thing about the bullshit fuck. Every time someone likes it for you, I get notified because I was the person you do edit it from.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm getting notified of 2 duets as well of
I
mine.
love that new feature. Not.
Also, TikTok's new inbox. Hate it.
Same.
I don't
Yeah.
think the inbox is updated for me.
Same.
I got, that's weird.
Check your app stores to see if it needs an update.
I don't know if I want the update.
I don't know if I want this.
It doesn't come with anything that you want, so just how's that?
It's
the
not if I
black
want that.
book. But here's the thing.
That's the weakest kazoo I've ever done. I don't have enough energy to blow tonight.
That's what she said.
Mitch, don't. Unless you know
You don't,
Vicious
I
Mockery.
won't.
You have to use Vicious Mockery. Do you have it?
Not right now. I'm good. I'm good.
Dark
I'm
side.
good.
Why was my first thought vicious mockery more like vicious cockery?
Also,
I
for
have
the record,
depression.
I have crippling depression.
That
Out
sounded,
with your
that
Also,
sounded like a
Vicious
90s
Mockery.
commercial.
Please put that.
I have
Stop
depression.
I have depression.
Get help.
I'm
Also,
so depressed.
speaking of vicious mockery, Brian's idea for a bag of scolding is fucking brilliant, and I want to actually want to design the fucking.
Ronald Weasley.
Vicious.
For the last time.
No. Here's my idea for a cantrip called vicious cockery. The recipient must make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, they take 1d6 psychic damage as the sender of the spell sends them a mental unsolicited dick pic.
Disadvantage.
HR.
But here's the kicker. If
HR.
the recipient is male, it's their own dick in their image.
Be subjected to thine own wiener.
It's
a
like
bad-
it's
it's
like
bad
that. It's like that
photo,
one
too.
scene from Supernatural: gay porn 24/7.
Sound a good wiener, Tiffany.
This reminds me of a cursed item that I thought of like 2 years ago. It's a very silly one-off. It's for a boomerang, but it's called a boomerang. Because if you throw it and don't pass this dex check to catch it again, it just pegs you right in the nards.
Oh.
If you have, but only guys can use this weapon
Boom!
specifically.
You called
Only
it
those
a
with the
boom.
equipment
No.
can use it.
It's a
Chris, you
boomerang.
called it a boomerang, and then say you get pegged in the same goddamn sentence.
Yeah.
That sounds like a game of
But
whack
it's
fuck.
from How I Met Your Mother.
Fuck.
How I Met Your Mother.
Quack. Fuck.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kingdom Chronicles. I'm your host, turned to page 394, here with JM Kitsune, Bryce Saucelise, Alpha Hannah 5311, Icarus of my MN Chief, Bridget Lee 123, and Bard of the Midwest. We are currently waiting on Aki Obsession because she's getting her hair done. I did that all in one breath.
Good job.
Yeah,
Nice.
my blow game is still low.
Okay.
As
Interesting
viewers
choice of
can
words.
As my viewers can see, I tried to break my friends. With
We are in
porn
a
the
pandemic.
windows. Yep. Quick, just. Oh yeah, Kitsune, you still have to do mod duty, so drop the link. Just
Ethan,
because you're a
thank you.
guest player doesn't mean you have to relinquish mod duties. There is our master link for our social justice website, social media, shops, etc., etc. Please check it out. I'm pretty sure Sarah has some sweet deals going on Society 6, so make sure to check out her shop. Bridget's resin shop is still currently on vacation, but she's got new products heading your way. So in the meantime, check out her Queen Bee merchandise shop that is linked in the link tree. I've just completely forgotten about our Teespring. I don't know when I'll get back to that. Eventually we'll get the Jasmine Jackal t-shirts up. Just not this week. Because life fucked me in the ass.
Totally fair.
Yeah. But speaking of t-shirts and stuff, I got my silhouette printer back out. And, you know the little purple GKC logo that's in the corner of the stream? I'm gonna try to print that onto some vinyl, cut it out, and iron it onto a t-shirt just to test it out.
Yay.
These will not be for sale. I am doing this because I need dopamine.
Yeah.
And crafting gives me dopamine, so I will keep y'all
Honestly.
posted on that.
Yeah.
We have a wide variety of streamers here in this one call. I stream, Kitsune streams, Mitch streams, Sarah when she's going to try to get back into streaming video games as well, but she also streams D&D. Upcoming streams. This Sunday is Lost Mine of Fandelver. We did take a break last Sunday because I just was not feeling great. Needed a mental health day. We should be starting the final chapter of Lost Mine of Fandelver, where the party finally enters the Lost Mine. So we're looking forward to those shenanigans. This coming Monday is Humblewood Heroes of Humble Origin, hosted at Aki Obsession on Twitch. This Tuesday is going to be Queer Questers, hosted by Ryan the Enchanter on Twitch. I was not able to make the last session because I had work and my mental health was just really tanked that day. But apparently, one of my party members decided they wanted to try to surf down lava on their shield.
Tahiri?
So, no, not Tahiri. In the Queer Questers, Ada Sasim, our paladin slash barbarian, thought he was smart and trying to surf down a lava river on his shield. Apparently it didn't end well. So, we don't know how 80% of the party survived with 2 party members missing. So me and Gabby, who had to take the day off, are going to be coming back to something very interesting next Tuesday. Not next Thursday, but the Thursday afterwards, we will be back with Clone Wars 5e. We just had to take an off day yesterday because Emmy was not feeling good. We had our Star Wars talks last night instead, which was a very interesting conversation between all us party members. But make sure to check out me and Hannah bi-weekly on Thursdays for Clone Wars 5e. Every Friday, as always, is Kingdom Chronicles. And to promote other streams, every Wednesday is the Final Fantasy TTRPG that Kitsune hosts on his channel. So make sure you check that out every Wednesday. And Mitch should be getting back into actually live streaming Tales of Yggdrasil on Twitch because he's got his new PC. But for any episodes that haven't missed, he has recorded them and will be uploading them to his YouTube. So make sure you follow him on YouTube as well to catch up on any streams that you missed or any recordings that you missed. And I will try to update my YouTube this weekend as well because I have a shit ton of videos to post. That is it for my bout of announcements.
If you follow me on TikTok at AlphaHannah5311, thank you. If you don't, please follow me also on AO3. Otherwise known as archiveofourown.org. I am working on a superhero series. It is an enemies to lovers arc between a superhero and a supervillain that have fire powers and ice powers. And it's really good. I've got 9 chapters up at this current moment. So please go read it. I'm very proud of it. It's still ongoing. So
George R.R. Martin's Song of Fire and Ice, just wish it was as badass.
Yeah.
don't say that. You would
I
make my
said what
ego
I-
boot burst.
I said what I fucking said. Anyone have any other announcements before tonight's ritual? I see Bob has joined us. Giving Bridget all the snuggles.
I have to say something because I know we don't like to get political here, but there is some fuckery happening in Texas and Florida involving rights being taken away from and or targeting people who are in the queer community. So
I heard about that, yeah.
educate yourself, vote, and definitely pick better politicians next time around, because the ones in power right now, they need to go. They gotta go.
If you
They
have
gotta-
not recently registered to vote, get your vote. You check to see if you can register for your state.
Yes.
Contact your local officials if they seem like they have been possibly debating on restricting rights for queer individuals and their family members. And also, fuck Abbott. There, I said it.
Yes, thank
fuck
you.
Abbott.
Just a reminder, everyone here, regardless of your sexual identity, is valid. You guys are all wonderful people.
And my garters.
How much do you want for it?
Hi.
To be honest, at the moment, it's just
Hey,
fun of
Mitch.
it, so probably
Mitch,
not
mute
too bad.
yourself.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Sorry. You're also beautiful, Mitch. But we already covered that. But seriously, if you ever feel like you're in danger, reach out, find someone who can help you, and keep reaching out until you can find someone who can help you. Everyone deserves a happy life on this planet, and if you are not getting access to that, or people are targeting you, it is okay to ask for help. We love you.
As always, Kingdom Chronicles is a safe space for the queer community. 90% of our cast is queer. So we are here for you. We are here to listen. We might not be able to respond right away, but our chat is a safe space.
Yes, and
we are here to provide you love and entertainment and just a small escape from this shitty ass world that we live in.
And fun fact, your local library, 99% chance they're also a safe space.
Yes.
So check it out. And live your best life, because, you know, we're only here for a short amount of time. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Right.
I love you guys and girls and non-binary pals, and I'm ready to play.
All right. Any other announcements before the ritual? All right. Hina. Is there enough room on that spoon of yours you have for this?
I can put a little sugar on the spoon. I can a little bit at least. I love you guys very, very much. I really appreciate all of you for many different reasons. And I truly hope that you guys understand and can feel the love and the care that I have for you guys. You mean so much to me in my own life. You inspire me every day through your creativity and your kindness and your generosity and your support. And like it's been rough, you know, these past couple of weeks for me for a number of personal reasons, but just to be able to be with you guys and to play D&D and to forget about those issues for a few hours, it has impacted me more than you can understand. And to have friends like you is such a blessing. And despite religious beliefs and you know, different viewpoints on that stuff, I really, truly, honestly pray for you guys every night, because you guys are always on my mind. And you guys are always going to have a very special place in my heart. I appreciate your friendship, and I appreciate the community and the tribe that we have made and our own little communities, you know, around the world. It's crazy how we've all come together from completely different states, completely different countries, and have somehow managed to come together to create an amazing group. And I really, truly hope that whenever we meet, that I can give you guys the biggest, tightest hug that I can muster in my body, which will probably be a very painful hug, you know, when I'm done building up these guns. So, yeah. So anyway,
Right back
I
in.
love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being my friend. Draw 25 cards, Kitsune. So I love you guys very much. And thank you for being my friends. And thank you for your continued support. It does not go unnoticed.
Love you.
I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna stop loving you, bitch.
Well, we mark what, 30 HP off our characters for emotional damage because of that?
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Alright, that is it for announcements. Are we ready to go?
Yee.
Without further ado, let us dive into tonight's episode of Kingdom Chronicles.
Did you mean to say with further kazoo? 'Cause no.
And with that, Brian disappears. Hey, Chris, you have the floor, sir.
Alrighty. So previously on Kingdom Chronicles. Cool boy. So we had some general preparations for Anya and the kids reuniting and then leaving with the twins. The twins go and grab Sutha. While they do, Anya and Devotion have a private, like, tearful reunion with the kids when they first arrive. Sutha joins in, and it's another little reunion from there. It's very sweet. Dog also appears a little late because I was like, oh yes, the dog. Oh, get in here. Anyway, the magic just took a little longer to get him there. That's what we're going with. And there's more good tears, all that stuff. They're able to get sort of about a half an hour together, and the twins kind of reluctantly are like, hey, we got to go. The kids are obviously pretty distressed. Devotion comforts them as best as he can, as does Sutha and Anya, of course. The kids are going to keep Dog for now. Dog is apparently really good at this, so that's nice. And they leave. Devotion spends a bit more of his time going over the journal that he got from y'all, making sure Darren didn't have anything up his sleeve, with the exception of the one dagger that Sierra was like, you know what, I'm not gonna touch that one. That one can stay. So
Nobody knows he has it, though.
Exactly. Sierra and Darren himself would be the only ones who know, because even because of its location and everything, even Garnet isn't actually aware of like its existence or presence. So Callie asks Alec, our wonderful Kitsune, to keep an eye on the situation in the brig, which he finds weird. It's just like, sure, I guess I'll be down there. And then she goes to chat with Sierra, see how she's doing. Not super great, but she's hanging on. And she's going to try to stay away from the brig for now, or at least until she can find a way to sneak down there. You know, whichever comes first. And they finish out the ship prep, and everybody sails out. Zink and Isla were the ones assigned to the brig first for guarding duty. And Garnet is whistling an annoying song. I believe I said she was whistling the chorus to Call Me Maybe.
Yep.
Over and over again. And Isla was humming a counter song, which I believe was Friday.
Yes.
So yeah. Alec comes down and they're like, who the fuck are you? But then he explains why he's there, and it's okay. Zink casts the Zone of Secrets thing so that Garnet doesn't overhear whatever they're doing with, or whatever they're talking about. It gives Alec the entire rundown of stuff, and then asks for help in how to empty the bag of holding that he now has. Alec gives him both the safe and unsafe way. And then Zink decides to just go on in and have a look around. It'll be fine. He sees like what all is in there, grabs some of the stuff, it comes back out, gives a longsword over to Ilis, and she could technically use it, and does see that Lathander's boon ring that he had given everybody in the party, it is still in there, but he leaves it in there for now, is what I have in here. Darren, in his mind palace, tries to get some more information out of Garnet, just to see if he can get something to make it a little bit easier on him, and is actually able to get a little bit some memory snapshots. I say snapshots because it's almost like just these flashes of like still images. They might have they might have done that cool 3D effect where like they were very barely moving, like a little within the subject of them, but they were essentially still photos that he was actually able to go to get through and see. And then keeps needling her because of course he does, because it's there. And does end up getting stabbed and threatened. And he throat chops her. And so she stabs the hand, but doesn't seem to retake control of it, which he finds interesting, but does not bring up because he's just going to store that information away in case she's not aware of it. And, you know, just keeping a track of it. Drax and Callie have a little bit of a chat up topside, but she's not that impressed is what I have here from the conversation. Like he doesn't even get to be Minnow, he gets called something else. Guppy, that's what it was, sorry. Guppy. And he's asking about storms. She's not sure, so they go and talk to the navigator, so we get to meet Navigator Nessa. And she said that there's no storms for at least the next couple of days. And Drax gets a rundown on how to help with rigging and other beginner stuff that has more of a strength focus, so that he can lend a hand with that. Excuse me. Sierra is up in the crow's nest, and while fiddling with some of her stuff and kind of straightening it out, ends up dropping a gem on his head. Then comes down. Then comes down and they have a chat. Just sort of in general. He has a new ability to breathe underwater and wants to test it out. Sierra ties him to a line and then just pushes him off the ship like, all right, test it, I guess.
If he swims, he swims. If he dies, he dies.
I have no regrets.
Your fucking skin has regrets after being fucking dragged against barnacles.
I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Alrighty. So yeah, it works, but yeah, he gets a lot of nice little scrapes and scratches and small lacerations and such from the barnacles. And comes back up pleased but in some pain. Because his ability did work. It's just, you know, now, oh god, it hurts, especially from the salt water. Oh dear goodness, that is it stings.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
And Sierra did try, but was not able yet to sneak down into the brig because around lunchtime there were just too many people. And she just wasn't able to quite navigate it yet. And the last shot that we had was of Devotion giving Suza a hand with her seasickness, because you know we don't have what was it, Dimetap? Either way, the seasickness medication.
Dramamine?
Dramamine. There you go. Thank you. We don't have Dramamine here. And then they go to the brig to relieve Islet and Zinc. It's very tense because Garnet is very silently furious, and it's been like it was a very abrupt shift into that because of the internal workings. So yeah, so no one's really sure why she's pissed. They're just aware that all of a sudden she is fuming. And the audience is able to do like an undershot that zooms in on her face. Excuse me. And we see the purple in their eyes flicker, but then it stays right around the edges, which it had not previously done.
Don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's fair. It's not good. It's not great. It is, in fact, unfortunate. So yeah. So I know. I think what I'm gonna start with, since we ended with them before. Oh, I'm tired. Sorry, brain is sluggish today. So I think what I'm going to start with is honestly, it's sort of a description of the boat. So I know that at least some of you, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly who was in the one shots before on the ocean, but
Only
I
Alec.
know. Wait, Alec. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. So I know Sierra, of course, is very, very aware of the ocean and how it goes and how it do.
It'd be
I
wet.
think for yeah. I think for a lot of the others, though, this is Isla, of course, has also been on the ocean for a long length of time, but it's a little bit different when you're not you're not sort of having to accommodate all of your other having to flex all of your other senses to accommodate for the fact that you could not see before. So you have some familiarity, you have sea legs, like that's not a problem. But I think it's especially for a group of people that came from Gem Kingdom, where there's always these stunning vistas at every turn, but that are very, very much terrestrially based. It's interesting to suddenly change over and see the ocean in this context of there is nothing but water. It is gorgeous, don't get me wrong, like the sky goes on forever, the water goes on forever, but after a few hours from your offset, which we have definitely passed now there is nothing to any side except water. It's going to take about a solid week of sailing, barring any disasters, for y'all to get over to Pendalin, which isn't too bad, all things considered. But it takes some time. And that's a conservative estimate. It could take as much as 2 weeks. It just kind of depends on what fuckery happens. So yeah, gorgeous vistas. It's a really good day for sailing. It's like the wind is constant, but not extreme. There aren't very many clouds, like just enough to make it so that it's not like scorching. You can see for miles in every direction, which is why you know that there is nothing but water for every direction. And you're honestly getting just like a really good sort of flex out of the day. Sierra, I think with you specifically being up in the crow's nest, of course, you can see the furthest out of anyone because you're up the highest. And honestly, it's looking really good. This is a great day to be sailing. I don't know how much of that is a conscious recognition or a subconscious one, depending on how busy your mind is.
Let's see. You know what? She's focused right now.
Okay, cool. So yeah, with you being up in the crow's nest, your job, of course, is to just kind of keep a lookout for whatever may be coming by that's worth noticing. That's not just more.
Should I make a perception check then?
Yes.
You're doing just nice! Fuck it, I have an inspiration. I'm gonna reroll that. Thank you! 23.
All right, good shit. So yeah, as far as you can see, at least for whatever would constitute the next few hours worth of sailing, you don't have anything on the horizon. Nothing is sticking out to you. It just looks like pretty much flat open ocean. You don't even see any other like ships necessarily in the area. Which, considering that y'all got out pretty early, isn't too much, and you're past where like most of the fishing boats would go. Not unusual. So yeah, so you guys are out there. You're going. I know Callie's not currently in the call, but but Callie is certainly on the ship and moving around and doing things. I will say you probably after a few minutes of being up here, like this is around about the time that Zink and Isla come back up top side of the ship. You're able to see them. I don't think they see you yet because you're up. People don't tend to look up.
I want to climb down, swing down, and try to jump scare them. Like
Incredible.
land right in front of them, Obi-Wan Kenobi style, and go hello there.
All right, so roll me. I guess acrobatics.
Great.
It feels more
Natural 20, bitch. For 23.
Excellent form, excellent landing. She may settle for the silver.
Fix the landing.
The gold still goes to Drax for being pushed clean off.
You know what? I prefer silver in color anyways. Silver's more my
Exactly.
thing. Silver
Okay.
fits the Raven aesthetic.
That's very fair. So yeah, you essentially are able to do the most graceful, like incredible just descent. And I'm gonna go ahead and
Kind of
just say
like
it
how
is
Captain
complete.
Amelia in Treasure Planet is just fucking swinging down, then like lands like just like fucking like this. She lands in front of Isla and Zinc, seemingly out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was fast enough and it was swift enough that y'all weren't able to track, especially with a nat 20. So all of a sudden, you guys emerge and it's like, whoo, that was, and then it's just, hello.
Hi.
Shit!
You alright, Isla?
You scared the fuck out of me!
Yeah, what's
Language.
that?
Language, darling.
I'm on a ship.
Like you haven't cursed like a sailor before? Pun intended.
Oh.
Be careful using those puns around Callie. She will make you swap the deck for hours.
That's fair.
How is it down in the brig?
Rough.
Really bad.
Really rough.
But
Has he broken through it all? Or is she still in control?
So far, just from what we've seen, it's kind of more of her.
yeah. But I don't know. She seems bored or something. So hopefully she'll
Yeah. You know, I'm pretty sure Darren's given her a run for her money.
I would not doubt it. By the way, who was
She
that?
was really annoying.
Who was that new person I saw heading down earlier? Did you see him?
Oh, Alec, right?
Yeah, I think that's his name. He's one of the crew members, but I think he's or they are one of Callie's trusted crew members.
That's a rarity in itself. Callie barely trusts anyone.
Well, we may need his help if several. I mean, if we. I don't really think you should go down there. Because
As everyone keeps telling me.
I'm only saying that because she's annoying as fuck.
She's really, really annoying.
And I don't want you to, accidentally murder Darren because she's annoying. Because she's that annoying.
I have a diamond, I can revivify him.
Shouldn't that be for emergencies?
Vank is gonna look at Isla like, huh? That's an option?
Cleric of the Goddess of Death. Death doesn't really faze me anymore.
Yeah, she's kind of got a point there.
Raven Queen might not be so happy about me reviving him, but I think she'd make an exception if a bitch who has been trying to stay alive for the past 300 years finally gets hers.
Well,
I think so.
Raven Queen does not take lightly to those cheating death.
I have an alternative possibly. I was talking over with Alec and Isla. Flortma left his boon to me.
Wait, his Lathander ring. How did you find it?
This bag of holding of his.
How did you know it was in the bag of holding?
Well,
Zinc.
yes.
To quote Flortma himself, what did you do?
I might have just dove into the bag A little bit. Just a little bit.
Gods, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like Isla, show her the sword.
She'll pull the sword from her bag and show her.
Oh,
Well, we found this.
By the way,
that's lovely.
that sword has the ability to have green flame.
Oh yeah, it's the green flame blade.
Mm-hmm.
That's fancy.
Mm-hmm. Florma loved that sword.
Such a good sword.
Mm-hmm. Very fancy. But I remember, that thing can produce green flames. I remember seeing Florma use it a couple times on our first couple of weeks together.
Oh my god, Isla. Wouldn't it be just cool as fuck if you were on the bow of the ship and you were like, I have come to reclaim my country!
That is one way to get other people to give you weird looks when we're coming into port.
Yeah, people always look at me weird.
I mean, you are blue, so.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll hold the sword and just see if it'll ignite with her own will. Or does it work that way? She doesn't know.
You know what? Roll me Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah, I
okay,
can't remember if
do
weapons
that.
like these take a command word or not.
Usually, yeah, I think usually they take a attunement, and like once you attune to it, you either
You
set
have
it
to
or
come
know
out
it.
Mm-hmm.
the tower, please. Ooh. 7.
Yikes.
Okay.
It does not ignite, and you cannot remember what word Florma had used before to ignite it, but you have just this tiny little inkling of just like, maybe if like I just kind of chill with it, it'll come to me.
Gotcha.
Which is DM speak for it. You gotta attune to it.
You gotta attune. Got it. Cool. Well, I mean, it would be cool to show up with a green flaming blade and all of that.
Take some time to get to know the sword, and maybe the magic will come to you.
Yeah, it deserves a lot of respect, especially for the one who held it for so long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, also, if you see Drax and he looks incredibly fucked up, I'm just letting you know now he asked for it.
Drax!
What did you do?
Okay, he wanted to test out an ability.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to shove him off the ship, so I did.
Go on.
You shoved him off of the ship.
He thought he could possibly breathe underwater, so he tied himself to a rope, asked me to give him a nice shove, and I said, "Fare thee well, sailor," and I shoved him off.
Hello,
Do you know how fucking heavy he is? I had to put a lot of gusto into that. I'm surprised he didn't sink to the bottom of the ocean with that dragon armor he's wearing.
Wait, where is he now?
I had to try.
Yeah, Sierra just like points behind her, and I'm pretty sure Drax is in the background sopping wet, covered in scrapes.
Yeah, dude, Drax is like still like doing the rigging, but he's doing it like very labored, just ow.
Oh man.
Ow.
Drax, sell us our pain!
You just got full name, son.
Oh, the full name. He's in trouble now.
Yes, darling.
Does he see her?
Oh yeah. I mean,
she's coming at him with a fucking long sword in her hand.
Oh my god, does it turn green? Does it turn green?
Quickly ties the rigging and just stands still, just going like holding his sword pendant.
There's a faint flicker of green, but it does not ignite.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die! Alec is downstairs in the brig as to the devotion rifle. All he hears is Drax, sell us more pain!
Alex's mind is a nice, calm ocean sound, like the seagulls and everything. All of a sudden, he hears storm clouds. He's like, something terrible just happened.
He felt the
I don't know
disturbance
what,
of
but
the
something
horse.
terrible just happened.
Thor has now abandoned him. He said, "Oh no, your lady's mad. I can't help you here."
Buddy?
Buddy. This is your problem. But yeah,
Yes, dear.
she's gonna come towards him and like fucking point the sword like near his neck and be like, "What the fuck did you do?"
First of all, love the new blade. As he's just pushing it away. Second of all, discovered a new ability. Wanted to try it. Did not count for the razor sharp barnacles at the bottom of the boat.
You... Let me get this straight. You threw yourself, well, probably with Sierra's help, threw yourself off
Once
of the ship.
again, he asked for it.
I believe you.
I instigated.
Threw yourself off the ship and was tugged all the way to the other side, and you got scraped up by barnacles.
He lifts his sleeves up, and it ain't pretty. Just
It's not. It just.
That, ladies and gents, is what we call keelhauling, and somehow he survived it.
I have a scroll of resurrection if you need it.
I might.
I will kill you myself because clearly you have a death wish. Jumping into a lava waterfall and then getting fucking killed. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, first of all, lava waterfall was not my.
I can send you there.
First of all, lava waterfall was not my fault. Thor guided me. You want to take it up with him? Alec will prepare a cell in the break for
DM,
Jax.
I would like to roll a religion check to see if that caused anything.
Can I do the same just in case he's in my head going?
Yep, no, both of you.
That's an 11.
This is your problem.
You honestly, Sierra, you honestly don't know if Thor would find this funny or offensive, and you are just kind of waiting to see which it will be. You're not sure which way it's gonna fall.
This is very fucking apt because
You got a nat 20, didn't you?
should be in the group by now.
Oh my god.
God damn. That's a nat 20 right there.
Right.
The Lord is testing us and we didn't study.
Oh my god. Okay.
1 moment.
You know what? Honestly, let me see. Okay.
Y'all, stop being cute. We're on stream.
So,
Oh, be cute.
Drax, in your head, you hear that rumbling appeal of thundery stuff. You're not sure for a moment if it's in your head or if it's like around you, but nobody else seems to be reacting. But you hear this thundery rumble in your head. And according to this, it takes you a second to realize that he's just sort of chuckling. He's sort of like, and you hear him just like, to be fair, I never said jump in. That's on you.
God,
And then he
in
goes
that
quiet.
direction. Hey, did you just hang up on me, motherfucker?
The gods can't
Are
save
you
you
like?
now.
Are you actually like saying this out loud?
I don't know, are you?
Yes.
Sierra just looks to Zinc and goes, "I think he's finally lost it."
Mhm.
Did you just hang up on me? Did you just ghost me? Motherfucker.
Ooh, getting ghosted by
Excuse
a
me?
god. That's next level.
Mm. Ooh, Sierra,
Yes.
is it okay if I go up to the crow's nest?
Just be very careful climbing up there. It's very high.
Okay. I'll be right
Don't
back.
drop anything out of your pockets.
That was an
Excuse me?
accident.
You
You're
and I
not-
are having a conversation.
You're getting scolded.
I moved to stand behind Isla so Drax can't see me. That way he must focus his attention on her.
Good play.
Zeke is short enough.
Mhm.
And Zinc is ascending.
Yep.
First of all, I understand why you're upset and angry and a whole lot of other emotions. I understand. I can only say that one, I didn't know when I was going to get another opportunity to test this ability. No, that's pretty much it.
You know what? I'm too tired for this. I'm very annoyed. I'm grumpy. And I'm going to go lay down and take a nap. Because I'm done.
Sierra steps out of the way so Isla can go below deck. Just looks at Drax and is just like.
Not a word, but Drax just looks at Sierra going,
What? You were the dumbass and decided, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go off the side of the ship. Who knows if this is gonna work or not? You know, but that actually, this just really brightened my day. It's been a shitty ass 24 hours. This brightened it. Thank you, brother. Thank you. God, I've missed being out in the sea. Just give her some time to calm down. She's been down there for hours with the bitch. And now that high is gone, thinking about her. Ugh.
True.
What the hell are we gonna do?
I don't know with that one. The only thing that I can think of is some sort of cleric to get rid of the possession.
Only cleric on board, as far as I know. I don't know how the fuck to do it. Haven't been trained enough to do so.
Have you asked the Raven Queen for advice?
Not yet. I'm not
Might
sure.
be an
I'm
idea.
not sure if there's much she can do. But
Unless you want to use your Lathander boon.
well, Zinc found floatmas. Actually, he has
So we have
floatmas.
a spare.
We have a spare if we need it. But could also be used later on down the road.
True.
We don't want to exhaust all of our on-hand options too quickly. I can try and commune with her, see if there's anything she can help with. She deals more with the passing on this life to the next one, not with possession. Although I believe she'd be very interested to know that Garnet has been cheating death for 300 years. That her soul has not passed on.
If I remember from what you told me, Raven Queen doesn't like people who cheat death.
No, she does not. She does
It's a shot
not
that
at
it's a
all.
shot at the top, but I could ask Thor for advice maybe.
All gods on deck, I guess. Well, I'm gonna head down to the galley, get something to eat, and I'll try to commune with her.
I'm gonna finish this rigging before.
You
Callie
should
kills
probably
me.
get patched up. I'm still
I-
not healing you, because that was your own fucking doing. But I'm pretty sure there's a doctor on board who can patch you up.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. I'm gonna go see what Daniel's cooking up. And Sierra
Do you
will
know
get...
what the
Hmm?
Do you know what the doctor is at least? Or likely to be?
Try to remember where you would find the doctor on the ship. Would I know, DM?
Yeah. Like every ship has either like somebody who has enough rudimentary healing skills, like was an acolyte before or something, or just has studied and knows how to use like a medicine kit. Usually there's a single person whose cabin is sort of denoted as the infirmary. Near-ish, I'm gonna say the galley, just because. In this case, it's fine. It's a middle-aged, I think, human. His name's Gavin, and he's very quiet, but apparently he is supposed to at least know the basics of what he's doing. You've never traveled with him before, you don't know for sure, but like that's what you are told. It's like, yep, he's the doctor, and you're like, great, I'm a cleric.
I only got his first name when Callie and I were scrounging up crew, but Gavin should be near the galley. His cabin is sort of the infirmary on the ship. He can patch you up.
Okay.
Trust me, you do not want those to get infected.
No. I'm gonna finish this rigging at least, and then get patched up. Because I want to get healed up before Callie kills me.
I'm gonna go see what Daniel's cooking. I'll be below deck. And Sierra will head off to the galley to get some food.
Save me a bowl.
Yeah, you get your own fucking bowl. First come, first serve.
It's good stew.
Good stew.
Good stew.
Good stew.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drax will finish the rigging and head down to the
Infirmary.
Infirmary. Lost the word there.
I mean, yeah. No, definitely. Sorry, just keeping track of stuff here. So yeah, you head on down to the infirmary. There's like I said, younger or middle-aged, sorry, that's what I said. Middle-aged guy in there, which you presume to be Gavin. He looks very, honestly, the word that first comes to your mind is he looks very gentle, which is not a word you would normally like associate with somebody who apparently like lives and works like constantly on the sea. Like normally, after with the weathering, after working, and after like other things, you tend to be a little bit more hard hewn almost in a way. But he has a very gentle, almost like soft feel to his vibes. He's got prematurely white hair completely. He's got these big glasses that are in circular frames. And he kind of like, he will glance up and then like glance away from you and doesn't want to really maintain eye contact. But he sort of sees you come in, and it takes you a second to hear him, but he gives a little wave, so you presume he said hi. And then it's like he looks at what he can see of your wounds on your arm, and then just sort of like holds his hands out. And what's your passive?
My passive perception.
Yeah.
Is 18.
Okay, you're able to pick up what he's saying, but you actually have to like listen. He's very soft spoken, as I mentioned. But he you hear him say like very quietly, like, Oh, barnacles?
To put it bluntly, I may have keyholed myself. Long story.
Just and he like gestures over. There's like a small it's almost like a half cot essentially. It's not quite long enough to support a whole person, but you have enough room to sit on it. He just kind of gestures over there and then turns around and starts grabbing like various and sundry like bits and bobs of something, various like multicolored liquids on the walls, puts them all together in like a thing, mushes them up, adds something that has a very like spicy scent to it. Mushes all that up in like a mortar and pestle, slaps it on, puts it in that with like some of the spicy stuff, turns back around and has like what almost honestly it looks a little bit like a paintbrush.
Actually, question DM.
Yeah.
When I fired the lightning bolt at Severance, and I felt that numbness in my arm, is there any like light nerve damage scars from the use of the lightning, or is there none?
Let me. I think you actually. Have a. I think you have a little bit of it. It's a little bit because I think you actually have the remains of because hers was a different kind of magic because of the weird necrosis thing that she had going on. I think you have a very you actually have like you have a lightning scar that most people get when they're struck by lightning.
Yeah.
I think you actually have that going like up your arm a little bit. And instead of being a paler color than the rest of you, which most scars tend to be after a while, it looks a little bit darker. Like it filled back in with more purplish colors as opposed to your skin tone, but
Yeah.
paler.
Okay.
But yeah, a little bit. It's not like so much that like it feels cold or like dead or anything, but it's like if you ran your arm over it, you feel a definitive like lack of sensation over the actual like breadth of, over like the actual line of the scar, like wherever.
So that's quite literally just dead nerves.
A little bit, yeah. Very, very specifically contained to the mark, but yes.
Okay. So it kind of like begins the long process of taking the armor off.
Yeah.
And clunks it down. Dad made that. I'm strong.
And then he like whips the whatever it is up, holds up the little paintbrush, and then sort of just gestures for your arm.
Like he gives both the arms.
Yeah. So he takes the paintbrush, dips it in the stuff, and just sort of starts like painting it on. It kind of leaves behind a stain that almost is reminiscent of like what we recognize as iodine. Also,
oh, that shit smarts.
Roll me a quick con save.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, iodine does not. Con save. 24.
Okay. Well, it stings like fuck, but you don't show a reaction to it. So good for you.
It's that moment of.
Yeah, just that measured exhale. And you hear a very quiet. Oh, what?
I was just like, you could have warned me about the stinging.
Oh, yes. It stings a little.
Thanks for the warning.
He continues painting it on, and then like sort of looks over your arms, and then looks at you, and is like, anywhere else?
I don't know. He's gonna lift up like his trousers, like because he only knows about his arms and a little bit on his like shoulders a little bit, but he kind of lifts up the trousers to check.
Mm-hmm.
His legs, Fox.
Are the goods still there?
The goods are still there.
Let's be fair. That's one of the first things he checks.
I think anywhere that there was cloth, especially cloth like facing the ship. I don't think so much on like the back sides, but like, you know, your arms are a little more fucked because it would have been like from the initial fall and then coming back up. I think the parts of your legs that were facing the ship, if they had cloth on them, I don't know if you have just cloth on your thighs specifically. Or if
I
they're
would
covered with like some mail. I don't know.
I think that's like short thigh greaves. So probably like from the middle of the thigh down towards the foot is uncovered.
Yeah.
But also like with the leather boots he has, so it's like
Okay.
This just in, we gotta hydrate. Fuck, I have to get water now.
Yeah, I think he's got to do some on your legs too. He's very matter of fact about it though, and he's just sort of like, I see some more cuts, gouges here, and he like just points out a couple of random spots on your thighs especially, and on a little bit more on like the edges of like your shin and calf. And he goes, you're gonna have to repair the pants. I'll turn around and you can take them off, or I can do it through the cloth, but that won't get it as clean.
it would just be like, you're the medical professional, I trust you. Takes the boots off, takes the trousers off, and there's kind of like just sitting there like.
And before he does it again, he looks up. It stings. And just paints it
I will
off.
not punch the doctor. I will not punch the doctor.
He's a good lad. He's trying.
Again, there's that moment of just.
Doctor is adorable. You be nice to him.
I'm trying.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh.
So they
Other than
so you do all that. He patches you up for some of the deeper ones. He doesn't want to risk actually putting like sutures through, but he does get some flexible bandages. Slaps them on there with a something that he seems very proud of. That he's essentially made like a he's essentially made a dissolvable glue over time that will hold it in place. It seems to be his own little thing. He won't tell you how it works. He absolutely refuses. Anytime you ask, he just does not respond. You know he hears you. He just does not respond.
Okay, I'm guessing this is a secret recipe that you don't want to pass down unless you trust them. Fair enough.
He makes eye contact with you for like the briefest of seconds, and you see like 1,000-yard stare and just so many people want to know. And then he goes back to it.
Duly noted. Does that moment of look away and just goes, wow.
So yeah, you get all patched up. He says he unfortunately can't do anything about the rips in your clothing, but you should be able to handle that somehow. And then it's just sort of, you're good.
Okay, he'll get up, like carry his armor. Thank you, Gavin. Here, and he gives him 2 gold.
he looks like he wants to return it for like a split second and then looks at all of his various and sundry like potion things and then just nods and says a very quiet thank you and like and sits like kind of just stands there holding it until you close the door and then you hear like a brief scuffle as he presumably puts it away somewhere.
I may be a returning customer.
I don't know where I pulled this NPC out of my butt, but here he is.
Anyway, after that, for the sake of brevity, goes to get some food, has 2 bowls, goes to find Isla, and we can come back to that.
Good stuff. Alrighty. So, so the damage that you had taken, sorry, just real quick, the hit points that you had lost from colliding with the various barnacles have been recovered. It's not going to heal as cleanly as it does with like magic, but by tomorrow they should be pretty much closed and you won't have to like change the bandages on them. He's very good at what he does. It's just, of course, a little slower than like healing magic because of course it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, and on the plus side, surprisingly enough, it does not smell, you know how some antiseptics smell like really astringent? It does not smell like that. It actually smells kind of like, herby, just herby like, in general, like a good herby.
Like that neutral yet pleasant smell.
Yeah, like juniper-y, sagey, but not as like heavy. It's very just pleasant. But okay. Yeah, just putting it there. It doesn't smell like iodine. It just stings like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we then have oh goodness gracious, I'm sorry. Anyway, we then have down in the depths of the ship, we have Alec and Devotion and Sutha, who are currently taking their watch with Queen Asshat, as she is formerly known.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, we have
Queen who again?
Yes.
I mean, he's gonna. I'm gonna make note of that. But she did go through, for someone who's pretending to be. Oh wait. It's gonna be fun. I've just been thinking about what he's gonna say to her like the whole week. I'm just like, this bitch. I can hear Bruno Mars in my head. This bitch.
Oh Lord. So yeah. So you guys are down there. Alec, you've been down there, so you're fully aware of her current mood, to put it lightly.
For the record, he is sitting on the floor now, directly facing. Dang it, dare it, whatever, and like just having like a dead stare in contest while like cross-legged and just being like, nope, you're gonna break first.
I'm in a staring contest.
They don't know it's a staring contest, but I do. That's all that matters.
And that's all that matters. You've already won like 15 times because again, they don't know.
As long as I win, I don't care.
Here. Don't mess me up, man. I'm on a winning streak.
Actually, real quick, since you've specifically been in a staring contest, make me a perception check. I'm gonna say the fact that you've been staring would give you advantage, but you would have disadvantage because you don't know Darren as well as anyone else. So those cancel out. It's just a flat roll.
Natural 19.
Okay, fair. Something looks different about his eyes. You can't put a finger on it like from this far, but something looks a little bit different. You're not sure if it's the lighting, but it's definitely something. Up to you what you do with that information, but you have definitively noticed.
Do I notice the other two come in, or is this before they show up?
This is probably, I think, like right before they show up. You probably notice it.
Okay.
Right as they're like right before they come down, because her eyes actually like flick up to you, and she actually seems to realize like, oh, there is someone here, and like you actually get that full on view. before they come down, and then her eyes flick away to, of course, see who's coming. And you have that moment of like, oh, those look different. I don't know why. Those look different.
Just and then he turns around and sees 2 6.5 and 6'7" two giants of people step down the steps going, oh, okay.
He is of average size, but even he's kind of like, okay, this feels like an insult somehow. I'm still taller than the one in the cell, so I'm okay with that.
Ufo just kind of looks to Devotion, feels like she whispers it, but it's not really whispered as well. Who's the kid?
I'm fairly certain he's older than you.
He's really short.
Who you calling a pint-sized little runt who can't see over a table? Huh? Who you calling that?
God damn it, Edward Elric, get out of my game.
God damn it, Edward.
Apparently his size is a soft spot. Got it.
I mean,
your subtlety is your soft spot.
I don't know what you just said.
Apparently your subtlety is your soft spot.
She's actually quite sneaky when she wants to be.
She'd blend in well in a jungle.
I think it's because you're green. Or because you're tall. So a tree joke somewhere.
Sutha like is still like whispering like to you, like she's not really talking to him at all. Like
air quote whispering.
Is it because I'm green?
And tall. Possibly both.
That makes sense.
At this, he returns to the staring contest that Garner's not aware this is even happening.
Sutha just like leans against the wall, goes Indian style, and just starts her own personal staring contest with Alexander.
He is not aware that she's staring. He is busy studying.
Oh yeah, she's winning her own staring contest.
Like,
Devotion is
winning.
Go around to the side of the cage because if Alexander's like in front, is this like a cage in the room, or is it like a sectioned off part of the room?
So I think the break that we decided was
I'm thinking like Sea of Thieves is there's like a cage in the middle of the lower deck.
Yeah, it's essentially like barred wall, and then the room beyond is I think there's like 2 cells here, I'm gonna say. The room beyond has like a small cot, a bucket, and that's it. And the chair in this case, because y'all tied into a chair.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it runs along the same line. It runs along like the hallway with that's under the trapdoor and the hole that leads down to the brig. But yeah, it's separate enough from the others. There's 1 cell on this side, there's 1 cell on the other side, and there's like a main little like hallway between them. So it's just a room, but all of the sides except 1 are bars.
Okay. Is Daring close enough to the bars to touch?
Are the bars what? I'm sorry.
Is he close enough to the bars? Is physically close enough to the bars that if like I reached a hand in, could I like touch his leg?
I don't think so. There's a couple feet from. There's at least 5 feet, because I don't think you guys put him near the edge. There's at least 5 feet from the line of the bars to like his knee.
Okay, then I will do this for now.
Yeah.
I am going to, while they're having staring contests and having their good fun, I'm going to cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on him, because he probably looks pretty fucking bad, still covered in his own blood. It's like, I don't know if anyone's done this yet. Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
All right, fair enough. We'll let
shit goes, because he's not familiar with Is he familiar with possession? No. Is he familiar with unwanted people in one's brain and interactions can be physically painful? Yes. He's like, just in case, I don't want you to keel her because she pulls some bullshit.
That's fair. And we'll let Sarah know so that go ahead and roll it, and we'll go ahead.
Just picturing Devotion just gently caressing Darren's thigh with no context.
Fine.
It's just like this.
Yes, like
wow. Losing my mind. Okay. Roll and see what it is. Put it in the chat so that Sarah is aware of it, and so we have like a record of how much that she can add once she gets in here. I'm sorry, Sarah. Page that mental image is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. Just
that's not bad. That is a whopping 21 points of healing.
Good shit.
Jack.
All right.
Gotta love that +4 to my spell fire.
Oh, I'm fine. I am okay. Anyway.
Why do I not believe you? I'm fine, said no one honestly in this room ever.
No. So, all right. So 21. No. Some banter. Okay, so you do that. She sort of looks all of you up and down, focusing more specifically on Sutha and on Devotion, because Darren has memory of them, and not of Alec. Alec is a weird unknown, and it's like, I don't want to taunt somebody I don't know, so it's not as fun. However, you have free reign to just pick and poke at everything she says, I suppose.
Devotion's gonna have fun with this. He's healing her. He's looking at the mischievous smirk on her face. He looks at her. He has this face that she doesn't even need to roll insight. It's the face of, oh honey, you got nothing. But he's just like
nothing.
She can certainly try. She has the ammunition. He's not gonna lie. She has more ammunition than he probably expects, but at the same time he's like, oh honey.
So she looks all of you up and down, and after you've reached through enough to did you actually just reach through the bars, or did you
if I can't reach him, I'll just sort of I'm next to the bars, just sort of holding out my hand and my holy symbol to do the healing, but I'm not sticking my arm in that cage if I can't reach him.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't want her to bite me.
To bite. I mean, I'm presuming that the back is all, because Sierra knows how to tie people up. I'm presuming at least some of the back is also tied. Yeah? No?
Yes, I tie very well for multiple reasons.
Yes, that is a pun.
When Darnit was looking at everyone, did Alex had another look at the eyes?
Yeah, if you want to. You want to roll for it?
Well, no, it's more just okay, they're still doing the purple thing, right?
Yeah, they still whatever it is that was different is still actively being different. I think you might have to get a little closer to actually differentiate the color difference.
He's gonna put his face against the bar and stare at her more now.
Prolonged eye contact.
He's just leaning in further, going
Roll me perception with advantage then.
Thank God for that advantage.
Yeah.
18.
Good shit. Now that you're actually closer, the DC to like differentiate what it is a bit, especially considering how close you are. I'm just what's in this thread anyway. So I think you're able to see that there is a it's very small. There is a color difference at the edges of his iris that you are fairly certain wasn't there before. It looks like his eyes are supposed to just be all brown, but it looks like there's a lighter cool color at the edges. It might be blue or it might be purple. I don't think you can differentiate like specifically what it is, but it is different from the brown. It is a cooler color, you know that much. And you do know from like your observation before, it was not here before maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. When you first started, you know, your staring contests, when she finally looked up, and then it was different.
He's gonna lean away from the bars and be like, hey, you two, tall people. Do his eyes normally do the flickety flick for the color change?
Not that I'm aware of.
It's gonna point like directly at the eyes because they're doing a flickety flick and they weren't doing that early with the short one and the other one.
You're so eloquent.
Sutha is gonna sit up and like lean in towards the bars, and she is going to make a perception check as well.
I'm 410, by the way.
What? Sorry?
You're still the shortest member of the group.
I'm 410.
You're
I'm
1
probably
foot
also-
shorter than Darren.
You can't go on a roller coaster. You were too short.
Oh shit, does this mean my sister shouldn't be able to go on roller coasters?
If it's a never-ending joke, yes.
So it's a 14.
Okay. I'm gonna say Sutha because you've actually traveled with Darren and you know very, very well. There you are. Oh my god, it looks so good.
Are staring at
my
Darren
Lord.
summoned them.
Yeah.
It's so blue.
Looks so good.
Hi.
It looks amazing.
That is a
love
very,
that
very
color.
midnight shade, and I love it.
that color.
Oh,
I'm gay.
We know.
You're all very gay. It's very amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah. Bitch, thank you. What the fuck?
We're all African American, and then they're Mark. But I'm vibing with Mark because Mark is vibing with us.
I've missed this.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, honestly, I need to dye my hair.
Beautiful.
For the
Those
reminder.
kids are not going to leave.
It is
But that's amazing.
super fresh. It is so fresh, and it will fade.
Literally.
I
Like,
feel you're gonna
scalp.
wake up and your pillow's gonna look like a blueberry.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to take the pillowcase off again.
Sorry, new girl, who dis?
Look at this. Look
Oh
at
my
all
god, Sarah has entered her zinc era.
I love it.
That's so
I was thinking Violet from The Incredibles, but you're right.
yeah.
Yes, but Sutha was doing perception.
So is there a question? Did I don't know if Jerome was there during the process, but when he saw this, did his eyes bug out of his head? Like, oh hi.
He's kind of used to this by now.
I mean,
Yeah.
fair.
Granted, when it's one of the things you leave the house with one hair color and you come back with a different one. Occasionally, it's going to be a little bit jarring. Like,
It's
oh,
all blue.
I also was supposed to be done a couple hours ago, but there was some
Yeah.
permanent dye we had to remove because I didn't realize that it was permanent dye that was used, not semi.
By the way, Darren has healed 21 normal hit points. So your body is less fucked. I can't say anything about your psyche. That's different. But your body at least is less fucked.
Cool, because that was low.
Yeah, because you crit yourself. Anyway.
yes. The concerning messages of gracing your inner thigh was me trying to see if I could reach you from the bars.
Yeah.
So I could use lay on
Hey.
hands to deliver more healing.
Can we see what Sutha perceives, please?
Yeah, so Sutha, I think because you've been traveling with Darren and you actually like know him much more definitively, I'd say like you get straight up advantage on this roll. I know you already rolled once, so roll one more time and see if you get higher.
21.
What?
21.
Nice. Yeah, nah, thanks to Alex pointing out of the thing and your observations, you can see that there is a small but very present ring of purple around the outside of Darren's iris that definitely was not there an hour ago.
Sutha just kind of looks, doesn't really say anything. We don't have like sending stone or like devotion doesn't have that, does he?
To who?
To any one of the other members. That's not down here.
No, you can go like grab somebody, but I don't think anybody currently in the room has like message or sending. And I don't think you guys have sending stones between each other.
Sutha just.
I randomly decided to send a message to you. What?
No. Yeah, your message bearer is currently in the crow's nest, so no.
So Sutha's just kind of stand up, and she's just gonna like look at the door, look at the two people in the room with her, and she's gonna look at the purple eyes. And she is going to contemplate if she is going to go or not, because she doesn't know what it means. She doesn't know if she should say anything out loud. She is unsure of what she should do.
Fair.
So I'm gonna roll. If it's even, she's gonna go. If it's odd, she's not.
Okay, roll.
What the fuck? Why are there two of them? They're both odd, so I'm just saying.
They're both odd, but they made an even number. I think that cancels it out.
Fuck. Hold on. We're gonna redo.
What?
Try again.
It's just question marks for me. Okay, 15.
15. Okay, she is going to stay, and she is not going to say anything about it. But
Fair
she
enough.
looks very, very concerned.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
Can she do like a history check or an investigation check of some sort to see if she remembers anything being talked about this or no?
Yeah, I'd say history is pretty good, or just a straight up like intelligence check.
She doesn't have
That's fine. History would work. I could also see an argument for investigation to like put clues together, kind of thing, or history to just straight up try and remember if you've discussed this.
Okay, they're both the same, so it really doesn't matter. I will do history to see if she remembers them talking about it, because she is not familiar with a lot of this stuff, so I don't think investigation would work.
Okay.
You are behind the screen. 19. This is the most I've rolled in a while, guys.
Yeah. Sorry. What was the roll?
19.
I didn't. 19. Thank you. So you know that purple eyes are not common. You know that they are not something that Darren had before. You know that his eyes don't randomly change color, anything like that. You know this probably has something to do with the weird shit that's going on with him. And I think just intuitively from what you've gleaned so far, you know that it's not good. You don't know specifically what it means. You just know that it's probably not good. And it probably has something to do with Garnet, because from what you piece together, she actually has purple eyes. Hers are really fucked up because of stuff that's happened in the past, but they are purple. So yeah.
Sutha is going to stand up. She is going to grab Devotion. She's gonna yoink him up from wherever he was. She is going to hold on to him, and she's going to be like, I'm gonna go grab somebody to replace me. I have to go talk to somebody. And then she like sits him back down.
I mean, he was standing over by the bars. So he looks at her and says, nods like, okay, I'll be here.
And she goes.
All right, good shit.
As soon as Sutha stands up to leave, Alec goes into his belt, pulls out a pouch, opens said pouch, and one by one takes out a bunch of ball bearings, starts flicking them through the bars at Darren's face, aiming for the forehead each time.
I swear to God.
Devotion just looks at him like, I just healed that.
I'm trying a theory. Hold on.
You get inspiration.
I have a bag of 1,000 ball bearings. They need a purpose.
God, he just runs off.
They're small. They're not gonna damage, but they're just annoying.
Again,
You're
he
just taking notes.
Just takes them out, puts them on his hand, and just flicks one at a time. Again, aiming for Darren's forehead.
Incredible. Holy shit.
Like watches this and just sort of acts like he's not going to notice anymore. It's like, okay, he's gonna rummage around in his bag. You know, we've been debating on how old you are. Age is such a funny thing, isn't it? Everyone's either older than they say they are or younger than they say they are, depending on what they're trying to hide, or if they just forgot. Sometimes those years just sort of go by. But if you are old enough, I do have a question. I've meant to give this to someone who knew, but he reaches into his bag and takes out another bag. He double bagged this particular item because if it was to order to make sure it was safe and didn't get too damaged in travel. He opens the bag and takes out a rolled up piece of cloth.
Okay.
And sort of. I'm sorry. Hold on. I have to. Inside the bag is another bag.
Another bag.
And if there was another bag inside that bag, I was gonna lose it. Sorry. Continue.
Just as a point of clarification, you didn't put like a bag of holding in a bag.
No, it's just I do not have a bag of holding.
Just wanted to make sure because otherwise we missed like a cataclysmic explosion.
Yeah, no, we're not playing dimension hold roulette.
Okay, good.
And granted, I don't know if Alex looking or not.
Oh no, I'm focused on ball
focusing
bearing
on the
shots.
On the flicking. But the dangit will probably notice the color of the cloth is a deep, rich purple color. And as he starts to unfurl it, there's gold trimming, and I believe there was. Yes. With and lovely red accents as he starts to unfurl it, gets to the lovely crest with the large R for the reign of Queen Ruby. I believe
both of you, real quick, both of you, because you're actively staring at her, Alec, because you're, lining up your next shot, and Devotion, because you're actively looking at her. Both of you, real quick, roll me insight.
Oh, good. I'm good at that one.
Allocate.
Well, that's only. I was gonna say, oh, you have a bonus. No, that's only saves. Which, oh yes. Well, I am rolling. Darren, for the record, you have. What is it? Roll and look at the same time. You have a +4 to all of your saving throws. Remember, well, these down there.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Insight +8. That's a 21.
Okay. 5. You're too focused lining up your shot. You don't actually like notice anything on her face.
I'm trying to make a smiley face with the red marks that are forming on the forehead.
Your aim is
incredible.
Tahiri would be proud of me.
Incredible. So yeah, so Devotion, at this point, you're the only one that sees. There's a couple of emotions very quickly flash across her face. You see a brief moment of nostalgia, a brief, very, very brief moment of a longing, almost like a softening in a way, like a softening and longing, and then it's pretty quickly just buried by her new default of just anger and contempt for you and the party specifically.
Very interesting.
Yes, you've carried around an old moldering piece of tapestry for so long. Tell me, do you like feeding moths in your spare time?
No, but I do love history. I found this, funnily enough, in a place you might be familiar with. An old manor in the mountains. Half of it was collapsed into the Underdark, though. It's a lovely little place. Family portraits, 2 young girls. And this tapestry, as I recall, to honor the reign of Queen Ruby.
Yes, the rightful queen, the one that was supposed to succeed me because of blah blah blah. Yes, we're all fully aware of the tales that are told to justify a horrible decision, really, truly untenable.
He makes a face that she might not be expecting, and it is a stifling of laughter face. Like,
internally, she just hears, "Yes, continue the pity party. It's going."
Yes, we're going on a remote side. I love this.
From all angles.
And Devotion just like he just can't help it. Oh, siblings, isn't it? Oh, I can relate in a way. Granted, mine tried to kill me multiple times throughout my childhood, but I blame that more on my upbringing than anything else. You've met my sister. He pauses and there's this flicker. It's like this twitch in his face of anger for just a moment. You know, in a sick and twisted way, you fulfilled one of her greatest dreams. She got to be able to fly like her big brother. Not for very long, I'll mind you. And that's something I haven't been able to pin down the why, though. See, this is history. A long time ago, your sister, I'm imagining. Your bitterness and all that very much stings from an inferiority complex. But for someone who claims to be the rightful ruler and all so important, turns, why did you go to such lengths to wipe yourself out of the history books? The library told us that your people were the ones who took the books concerning that particular point of history out. You managed to make an entire city disappear. But you didn't bother to fully destroy, at least, your family home. Granted, whoever built it there I can't really attest to their intelligence. They built it on top of a giant gaping chasm into the Underdark. Not the best place to raise a family, if you ask my opinion. I wonder if that had a bit of an effect on you. It is a very nasty place. You feel right at home.
You know, I honestly thought the place had crumbled into dust forever ago. And I suppose it's quite surprising that it didn't, given that, as you mentioned, it was built fairly incompetently. I did always warn Mother and Father about that particular location. And as for the reason that I chose not to be known, well, it's so much easier and more fun to shatter those poor people's spirits so that I can truly rule over them properly after they've been bolstered by false rulers for so long. Wouldn't you agree? After all, your own parents would say, I'm sure, that a broken, bruised, and crippled spirit is one that's much easier to control. Just look at your siblings.
No, they didn't succeed with me.
I didn't say with you. They don't control you. Quite unfortunately. They had a pretty good grip on your siblings, though.
You know what's funny about that?
That your sister was much easier for me to control because of what your parents had done? Yes, it is quite hilarious.
No, it's that you allied with my father. You know, if his plans had gone according to plan, you would be dead. Did he explain what his plan was back then? To harness the power of a god in a form he could control. Not even you could stand in his way at that point.
Oh, no, not even I could stand up to the might of a god. But a god that's been weakened, and she glances down at your hand, tethered, that's been utterly emasculated. Well, that would be much easier to work around, wouldn't you say?
You don't know him very well.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, sorry. Point towards my face. Thank you. You don't know him very well. My father, Loki, I'm sure you can figure out. I've had plenty of time. You can make all your assumptions that you want. It's hard to tell, really. It is Loki. My father, though, he's a trickier one. He's aligned with you probably because he thinks it will get him closer to me so he can take what he wants.
Oh, of course, yes.
The thing is, everyone in the entire continent you could have corrupted or twisted or given all this fancy, admittedly very icky power to, you chose Onyx Graveheart. If Loki could claim to have invented the double cross, my father is far better at it than you. He will betray you. I'm letting you know now. When he finds the right opportunity, the right asset that you need, especially since you went and got his daughter killed.
Oh yes, he cares so much for his children. Clearly.
He cares about his possessions. I know my father much better than you do. To steal from him, to kill for him, or to have gotten her killed in a line of duty that would help him, that's something he might understand, but you took control from him.
Oh, little tiefling. Who do you think gave him the idea to truly go after Loki's gem with all of his might? And with that, we're going to cut away.
I was going to do something.
I
was going to do something really quick.
Are you going to flick another ball berry?
One more
aside from this,
I was actually going to like right as trying to finish it. Alex is going to go, you guys are so boring. Evil rant this, evil rant that. History sucks. Oh my God, shoot me.
And I think that will be then where we cut away. Okay.
Damn it, you're stealing my line. We had this done before.
So, Anwer, so, sorry, quick note, Dickens. I think from there, let's see, from there, quick
5-minute break. Yay.
Huh?
We've already lost an hour of gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah, with this one, since we ended up starting late, I'm just gonna power through until 1. So I think with all of sorry, brain. I think with all of that, we get Alex's little thing to help break the tension. And then we cut away, I believe, to probably Sue. Wait, is Sutha still here? Awesome. We break away to Sutha, popping up on deck. Sutha, who are you looking for?
Honestly, I don't really know. Like, I know a ship doesn't really like have a lot of stuff on it. Is this actually Callie's ship, or is it a ship that she recently got?
From what?
Define recently.
Well, because I know
and
that
also
there was a
define.
mutiny. I know that she had a mutiny happen to her, which is why she doesn't have any of her crew left. Which means usually they'll kick the captain off the ship, which means it wouldn't be her ship; it'd be a new ship that she recently got.
Yeah, you got. I don't know how long ago. You've gotten it long enough that like it is your ship now, correct?
So, it's Callie's ship. She liberated it. And if she asks, there's not many. I mean, if she talks to like Daniel, the cook, she might know that Callie was never a captain before. This is an unwanted situation of being in charge of a ship.
Okay. So Sutha's gonna go up to honestly, she wants to talk to Sierra because Sierra's the next person who needs to know.
Sierra would be in the galley with Daniel.
Yeah.
Because she went to get food.
Yeah, Sutha's just gonna look around the entire ship till she finds Sierra.
Yeah.
Sierra's just catching up with Daniel over lost time.
Yeah.
Enjoying some food.
I want to say that Callie was there too. Was that a thing?
In the
or did
galley?
Callie leave?
Well, Sierra went down for a second time.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
No, remember it was It was somebody else originally in the galley with you. I think it was Drax looking to get something done, and now Sierra's in the galley getting food.
Sutha is gonna come up to you abruptly. I need to speak with you, and because you were around people, she kind of just like slyly, like not slyly, she just like, I don't want to talk to you in front of these people, gives you that kind of look.
All right, and she finishes up her last bite of stew.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the meal, Daniel. Good as ever. I'll be back in a moment. And she'll step aside with Sutha.
They go out into the hall.
Is everything alright? Not still feeling woozy, are you?
I think she's breaking through.
What?
Diren has purple in his eyes and it's not going away. So, I don't know exactly what to do. I don't know what we can do. It has not happened before. Apparently, this just recently happened. The funny little short guy downstairs was like, "Hey, this is going on." I looked and it's there. He told me it wasn't there before. It is in the corner of his eyes. I think she is starting to break through. I think what she does is she. I don't know what she does. But it's not good. And I know you want to go down to see him, but I feel like she is going to manipulate the situation, and it's going to be a lot worse if you're down there with him. And I know you want to see him, and I know you care about him, and I'm so sorry that this is happening. I just cannot have you two in the same room together because things do not go well in these situations. So I think what we need to do is we need to see if there is any sort of literature on this boat. Also, I'm a little dizzy. Also, Devotion's down there by himself, and that Alexander short man is also there, but he's throwing pebbles at the lady. Darren.
The lady Darren.
Yes.
Sutha will watch as Sierra is visibly starting to shut down. And revert to that emotionless state.
No. Hey. No. Sutha grabs you by the shoulders, shakes you slightly, a little bit. Not a whole lot. She doesn't use all the strength to do it, but just a little bit. Just like, hey, I'm grounding you. You're here. Not like you're grounded, but like you're grounded.
Like with anxiety, not with like punishment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Devotion is talking to her and getting under her skin.
I don't care what Devotion's doing. Honestly, I didn't really say anything to her. I don't think any of us should. I don't know what Devotion is doing. I am not there right now. But yeah, probably. He likes to do that. He likes to poke and prod at things. He likes to poke bears, if you know what I mean. Anyway.
Well, if what you're saying is true and she is breaking through and taking control of him, then maybe this is one bear he shouldn't poke and prod.
No shit, Sherlock. I think there was a man back in the day. He wore a funky hat. He also had a pipe. He also had this man with him named Winston. I don't really know his situation. Watson?
I think I remember reading those books as a kid, but that's not the point.
Anyway. So I think we need to figure out something. I think you need to have a momentary discussion with your winged friend upstairs, so to speak.
In that moment, Sutha, you see the raven brooch as well as the raven feather that's in Sierra's hair start to light up as Sierra is trying to reach out to the Raven Queen.
Oh, that was
for like a fucking Hail Mary commune at the moment.
Oh yeah.
She can't properly commune, she just wants help. Mom, help.
That was really quick. I'm also gonna go talk to Drax and see if he could talk to his big thunderbolt upstairs.
Make sure he doesn't barge down into the brig and make things worse.
Also, good point. Also, did you keyhole him?
That's a discussion for later.
I was gonna say, good on you. Next time, leave him down there a little longer. Anyway. But yeah. So, who, I know you're busy. I know you're in a secondary call at the moment.
Yes, it's gonna be a while.
But sadly, the only other person that we know anything that knows about possession is Devotion. And his possessed friend, I don't really want to have a discussion with.
Make sure Devotion doesn't get near Darren, doesn't touch him, nothing. We don't need what's his face dealing with this shit. either.
You know what? I think we should just switch gods and maybe devotion. Yep, we're gonna switch.
Sutha?
Drax.
Go get Drax.
No.
You know what to do.
Drax is
Go get...
Okay. We do. Talk to your feathered friend. See what we can do. I'm feeling a little busy. But other than that, I'm fine.
At this point, Zira's zoned out trying to contact the River Queen. She's like sat down on a barrel.
You're busy. I'm gonna go.
Incredible. Okay. So real quick, Sierra, go ahead and roll religion for me. Let's just see how it goes.
Get advantage, but I get no other additives to it. 11.
Okay, gotcha. You don't get anything like verbal or anything like that. You feel a sense of warmth sort of suffuse you. That almost legit feels like a comforting like hand on your shoulder kind of thing. It helps to ground you in a way that just like a casual like earthbound touch necessarily might not have. But it's reassuring that you get sort of something back. I don't think you get anything like I said, nothing verbal. You get the hand, you get that sense of warmth. I think you have this, you just have this like little inkling of an idea for something that you can try. And you're not sure if it's your own like aggravation and upset with her talking, or if it's something else, but you just have this feeling that if y'all can keep her busy, like keep her distracted in a way, it'll help. You don't know how, you don't know why, you don't know in what way at all. You just have like this idea that it would help. So
get her to talk about herself. Keep it distracted. Yeah, great fucking advice. Bitch has been cheating death for 300 years, and that's what you give me? Fuck it, I'm gonna try to sneak down to the brig.
No. I feel like I wish Sutha was there for that, and it'd have been so funny. Because it'd have been like
11.
Go well.
11 on stealth.
Like I think every godly connected character in this game.
Well, that's also the thing. You're now in the galley. You're now in the underbelly of the ship already, because you've gone down the little stairs into the galley section. Technically, all of the people that would be wanting to stop you are either actively talking to Sutha, because Sutha's gone into their room to talk to Drax, for example, or are already down there. So honestly, I think it's just
Zink is in the crow's nest.
Exactly. Zink's in the crow's nest. Devotion's down there. Darren's down there. Alex down there. Drax and Isla are in the cabin that like has been set aside for y'all and are actively talking to Sutha. So they're distracted. So honestly, I think Daniel's the only one who's just like, did you want some more? From the galley. I don't think anyone else is around to really give a shit where you go, because they're all not here to see it, or they're distracted. So I think you actually get to go if you so choose.
The one time everyone's actually doing their jobs.
Which I think is fucking hilarious. What?
I'm sorry, Sutha, but she goes down to the brig. And we can cut to Sutha finding Drax with that.
I asked you to do one thing. Sutha's gonna be so fucking mad at you for telling it now.
This is fine. This is fine. I can just shut off my emotions while you're yelling at me, and it won't hurt.
Technically, as long
You're
as
just gonna learn possession, and it's gonna be a good time.
Technically, as long as she doesn't go in the cell, like Darren's not at any risk of like further smackitude.
Yeah.
Plus,
plus she has the idea. We have to keep this bitch occupied, right?
No, that's not. That's not. No
Risk
bueno.
of smackitude. We've all met the man, right? Like, please.
Change scene to Jackson Supa.
Real quick,
my life.
Small cutaway before we go to Sutha. Small cutaway, like I mentioned. Up top side, Callie, I'm gonna say you're making your rounds on like the top side of the ship. Because you got some food in your belly, you're feeling good, you're just checking everything out. You notice that the blue one is up in the crow's nest, just chilling, not doing anything, just like looking around. Seems to be having a good time. I honest to God, if I know Zinc, I'm pretty sure he tried to fly up there. I don't think he actually climbed, but that's just me. Yes.
So Zinc is doing something, but it's not that. Dirty Minds. And it's also not casting fly. But
okay.
If you want to cut to other people.
Fair. Just making sure. But you're in the crow's nest, yes?
I'm in the crow's nest. And from where Callie would be standing, it kind of looks like Zinc is talking to himself.
That's fair.
Okay.
Which honestly, that's not, I'm going to say on it, from what I've gathered, that's probably not that unusual for like people at sea in general, or people who are alone. Like, adventures are weird. Anybody who like...
Zinc is weird.
She's like, weird. Adventures are weird. Zinc is specifically weird. Not that odd.
So I am doing something, obviously, in character and in game, but you can come back to me if you want.
Okay, gotcha.
It might take a minute.
So Callie, I'm gonna say, just because again you're kind of making your rounds, you're going up, going around to everything, talking to everybody. Eventually you make it around to your navigator, who looks a little bit frustrated, but just keeps like looking at the charts and then like correcting and then looking, and seems to be like legitimately just like, oh, fuck you.
What is it?
Oh, Captain. I think the current's weird around here right now. It keeps listing us to the right no matter what I do. I'm not sure why. I just have to keep adjusting. It's annoying. It's not debilitating. We'll be fine.
I'm gonna summon a couple other local deckhands and call up to the crow's nest to keep an eye on the waters.
Okay. Zinc, you
see if anyone sees anything.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Zinc, you hear this? You want to make a quick
actually have to do crow's nest things. I'm sorry.
What does that mean? There's water.
Look, just fucking look around. What do you see?
There's water, and there's water over there, and there's water over here, and there's water behind us, and there's water in the air in the shape of clouds, and there's...
Trying to kill every one of them. They might not survive this trip. What do you think lives in the water? Look for that.
Okay. I don't fucking know where to rock dome. I'm having a conversation though, so please don't interrupt me again.
Oh my god, you're gonna fucking get it.
Callie's gonna climb up there and throw you out.
Too bad I can fly, bitch.
And here we find Callie considering murdering an entire family of gnomes.
She's having mental flashbacks to her bookworm, and just how compliant and helpful.
Elysium,
and it's just Elysium just kind of was like, okay, we're stabbing this guy. Okay. Like,
well, I reckon I can look around and see if there's something in the water for you. No problem.
And like
Lord.
and both of my
He
characters
watched
had-
her go up to a table and stab a guy in the hand and sit down and join the conversation and went, well, that's something that happened. Like, that's great.
both the knight and the creepy fucker had birds that could watch from around the fucking. They at least contributed something.
Okay, let me try and stay focused, guys.
So yeah, so Zink, do you want to make a quick perception check?
I did, and it is mediocre. 12.
Okay. I mean, as far as you can tell, around you is water, lots of water, lots of sky, clouds.
Well, I said, there's water everywhere.
You're not seeing anything that immediately makes you think threat. You don't even see like storm clouds on the horizon or anything like that. You're really like you really don't, as far as you can tell, you do not see anything unusual. So yeah, you can holler that back down if you want to, but yeah.
No, I said my piece. I'm trying to have a conversation here. Clearly.
So Callie, Nessa is sort of like, once you don't hear anything sort of further from Zink, Nessa's just, like I said, she's looking at the compass and she's like just correcting minutely, and she just sort of says, the routes are always weird with all the magic that comes from both of the lands, so it might just be that there's a weird rip tide here somewhere, or just a stronger current than usual. I really don't know. I'm not getting, it's just a little. It just means I have to actively change a little bit and make sure that it doesn't, I don't walk away. So
Now
I'll be sure to let the next one know.
Now Calypso has been
Calypso
on shit. Sorry. Wow.
What day
is that Callie's real name, Calypso?
Yeah.
No, her real name's Calliope, but don't ever fucking call her that.
But it is a Calliope.
But she has been in a port town on the sea, not in this, she hasn't done navigation so much because it took her a long time to learn to read, but she knows these waters very well. Is there anything I know about this area?
Roll me history real quick.
Do I get any advantage because of my experience?
I'll allow it.
Okay, because that's a +0.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
I'm not smart. That's double 9s. What the fuck?
Damn. So here's the thing that makes these waters specifically, which you do know this. Here's the thing that makes these waters specifically so much of a danger, even though it's kind of an underlying one, is because it's between two large continents that have a lot of magic in them. Like Pendalin is much wilder, rougher magic, essentially, and Gem Kingdom is very earthen-based magic, but both of them have a lot of magic that still just kind of seeps off of them and does weird shit. The waters tend to be okay. However, they have random bouts of magic fuckery that just happens, which can manifest as sudden squalls. It can manifest as weird current patterns, as dead air that lasts for days on end. It can also manifest as like creatures that come and go with no rhyme or reason. And sometimes, which you have seen, it can also even manifest as like small islands and other things that just kind of move. Sometimes they don't move far, sometimes they move really far. It's a little weird. The ones that have people on them don't tend to as much because there's people, but the waters are kind of weird sometimes. This may be one of those occasions where it's just a weird current. Honestly, you don't know of anything in this area that would have caused that otherwise, but it may just be a weird magical hiccup right now. You can keep an eye on it, but there's nothing else to necessarily like scream danger as of now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't see any land masses near. Are we so far out that we don't see coastline, or do we still see coastline?
Yeah, you guys are far enough out that you don't see coast anywhere. It's just water. It's also pretty clear. You guys can see for quite a few miles in either way. There's no obvious storm clouds or anything like that. And it's not even like a scorching day that would like make the water kind of hazy. It seems okay as far as you can tell.
Okay.
So yeah.
She will also just keep an eye out, tell the crew to keep an eye out. If this was Star Trek, we're at yellow alert.
Exactly, we're at yellow alert. This is weird. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. So, in that case, I'm gonna hop into Dirax's, well, real quick, just because I am deadly curious, and it may just be my downfall. Zinc, what are you doing?
Zinc has in his hands the Lythander boon and is currently trying to say, "Hey friend, it's Zinc. Kind of have an important question for you, if you don't mind joining me for a chat real quick. Sorry for the interruptions. She is the captain, so
Fine.
But again, if you're not ready for this, you can come back to me.
Okay, it's good to know that that's what you're talking about, because we'll talk about the limitations of that soon. I don't know if we can get that today, but
it's totally fine.
Yeah. Coolio. So, in that case, we have that, and we'll see the ring like very faintly glow, kind of that nice goldish color. And then we're gonna cut into Drax and Sutha talking in the cabin while Isla's presumably no longer trying to nap because there's now a distressed orc in the room.
Like, just as a pre-thing, Drax would have come in, not said a word, just placed a bowl on the bedside table and just left Isla alone.
Smart. she's like laying down with her back turned.
Ow.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting away, just eating. And then notices the orc.
She's not difficult to notice because she kind of like, she knocks clearly because respectful, but like it was like pound, 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 enter.
Oh, hi.
We have a bit of a situation. So I need you to contact a lightning buddy of yours. We're having a bit of a situation. I need you to also make sure that Devotion is no longer working on guarding the lady. Let's go. Come on, both of you, up and at him. Let's go. Emergency, yellow alert. Let's go. You can bring the bull with. Let's go.
Okay.
But I'm trying to take. Fine.
We could take a longer nap later.
Darren's eyes are purple.
What?
Darren's eyes are purple. I think she's kind of taking over him a little bit, inch by inch. So we need to go.
At that point, Drax grabs Isla's arm. We're going.
Isla's aren't like on it. She's like, oh, okay.
I need Drax, I need you to go downstairs, relieve Devotion, tell him it is in order. He is not to say anything. You are not to say anything. No one is to commune with the Lady Darren at all. Isla, I need you to go make sure that Sierra is okay. Sierra is not exactly grounded. So I need you to go make sure she's all right.
Question,
make some mint.
Question DM, do I need to try and sneak into the brig since there are people in there?
No shit.
Fair. I think you're like, that's the thing. It's down like a trap door, so I guess technically if you roll high enough, it could just look like a weird thing happened with the door and you like shot inside.
I mean, Devotion's so deep in conversation with Garnet, I don't think he would fucking notice a door moving. Maybe Alexander would.
Project.
Go ahead and roll stealth and see how concealed you are with getting down.
Can you be stealthy for me? No. Oh no. 13.
Okay. Okay. I think honestly what happens because
that does meet my passive.
It beats my passive.
Okay.
Oh my god. Alex actually doesn't see me.
Again, flick.
Yeah.
Flick.
I'd say the thing is, for Devotion, if it meets his passive, that means that it beats it because that's like the DC that she would have had to beat. Meet and beat. So I think technically, you just barely scrape by. Like you use like a sudden like lurch of the ship from like the correction of the current, to like open the thing, dart inside, and get like just behind like the little drop down staircase to where like you're just not as clearly seen, especially since you have like a much darker palette now. And you're just waiting there just to see what happens.
I am just waiting in the shadows of the brig.
Yeah. You don't.
What was your roll again?
13.
Out of curiosity.
13.
Okay.
Dayron would see me.
Yes, but my perception doesn't activate her perception necessarily, but internal Dayron might notice.
I think internal Dayron notices. I don't actually think Garnet does. I don't think I gave her that high of a.
She had the great big tiefling to hide behind.
I mean, most of her stuff is in like charisma stuff. Yeah, no, I think despite what you might think, Sierra has managed to get under the stairs unnoticed and is just waiting.
Yeah. Only Dayron knows I'm there and he can't say shit.
Exactly. Goodness gracious. Okay. So, okay. So you're down there, you can hear whatever is going on and stuff like that. I think probably like right on the heels of you getting down there and getting situated. I think that is around when both Drax and Isla open up the trapdoor and sorry, would it have been both of you or would it have just been Drax because Isla was going to go look for Sierra?
Isla was going to go look for Sierra.
Okay, sorry. Drax opens it.
Drax would have actually stopped just before the trap door to commune and then head down.
Oh, gotcha. Roll me religion then.
Because he's like, oh, I'm not going to commune next to her where I'm vulnerable.
Fair.
So, religion?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So I've only got one monitor at the moment, so I'm using my phone. Come on. Do a thing, please.
No.
Load.
I don't wanna.
Religion 15.
Okay. Okay. You hear a rumbly something that lets you know that he's. Sorry, did you ask a question when he communed, or are you just kind of being like, "Hey, you there?"
It was more like a plea of, please answer. Need you right now. Shit's going down. Fucking answer.
You feel sort of that tingly warm that lets you know that you've gotten his attention, but nothing verbal. But you've gotten his attention. You don't know how long it's going to last, but you presumably could ask a question or see if you can get something.
As soon as he's aware that it's like, okay, got your attention. Darren's possessed by a 300-year-old bitch queen, and we're trying to get her out of him and just away, like as in the fuck away. Help, please. What do you suggest?
What do you suggest? You don't hear anything verbal, as I mentioned. You honest to God get you get like a feeling that almost feels the way that a question mark looks.
Did Thor give me the non-verbal?
Don't me. Anyway, you get that, and you get again this faint inkling of this is out of his wheelhouse, very much so. But he suggests maybe like you get this just sense of like, try this. Like it's almost like it just appears in your head. Of distract and drive out the enemy is a thing that you get. You're not sure how the fuck you would do that, but that's just a little like, oh, this, where that comes, and then that warm, tangly feeling kind of fades. If Thor doesn't.
Okay.
Thor doesn't.
Thanks, I guess, and head straight down.
Fair. Oh Lord. So yeah, you come down. You see Devotion like up on the thing. You see Alec taking aim with yet another ball bearing.
For the record, Alec has now changed targets from the forehead to Darren's throat because he's sick of he is sick of the blah 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 blah.
Oh my god.
By the way, my passive perception is 18.
Fair. But
do I run actually into Sierra?
No, Sierra's behind the stairs. Like it's a little like that goes down, and there's like some storage stuff underneath for like the general barrels of things.
Right.
She's ducked into there because it's much darker, so you're not even facing the right way.
Fair.
You are fully focused in front of you. She is definitely behind you and like crouching now. So no, you do not notice Sierra.
Okay.
If she moves, that's a different thing, but you don't notice her at this point in time because you're not facing the right direction.
Okay.
I'm like
So, yeah.
peeking through the stair steps.
Exactly.
So you're Bruno in the kitchen.
It's just a pair of glowing red eyes coming from the stair steps.
Devotion, I'm gonna need you to stop what you're doing and get the fuck out.
Right?
Yes.
That is not an answer.
Why? I've been told to tell you by Sutha to get the fuck out. I'm not willing to argue with her.
He thinks for a moment like, you're correct. You shouldn't argue with her.
And he gives a neither should you.
Go deal with the tall lady. Tall people stick together. Go away. Don't know who this guy is, but go away.
I am working on something. I need better than because Sutha says so.
Because right now, there are a couple of people that it's probably not best to be down here. You and Sierra are one of them. Are either of them. So please, I'm begging you, please, leave. I will get down on my knees. I swear.
He looks at you and gets his deadpan. I am already married.
I will also punch you again.
Drax. First, deep breath.
I'm breathing. I guarantee you I'm breathing.
I hope so. Yeah, otherwise, you will go blue in the face. We already have one of those. It's zinc.
And Drax gets
I
down
know.
on both knees, hands together. Please. Please.
I want to make a short joke, but it feels insensitive. I'm already taller than you. It would be excessive. Drax, what do I do?
Internal Darren just went from, oh wow, I don't know what it did that, to rude.
Drax, I have trained to deal with people like this for longer. And I imagine longer since before you picked up a sword. Granted, I don't know how early your father started you on that.
He's dwarven. It was pretty early.
I know what I am doing. I would not
not-
take the risks with Daren's life.
I do not doubt that you know what you're doing. But when Suther panics, that's a clear sign.
Oh, well, it's wonderful to know that you all know how to bow down to a woman.
You could shut the fuck up and all, whore.
Alec takes this moment to stand up and be like, okay, I'm putting a little authority on this. This is my ship. You are guest on board. You leave. You don't call that one a whore. I don't think they get paid for it. And you, points to Garnet, I have more ball bearings and you have more body to hit. Goes back to devotion. I will get Callie if you don't go.
Angie looks like the other person. See, now that's compelling because she will leave me out in the middle of the ocean to die.
She will. Trust me. She almost left me to a beholder.
Devotion is sort of sighs.
You know, that's my relationship.
I'm sorry. I was you know, you heard that. My mom talking the dogs out. I'm just like, distractions. He just sort of sighs. I'm gonna have to be back down here in 5 minutes anyway. It's fine.
DM, I would like to bonus action hide as Devotion turns to leave.
Oh, hell yeah. Go ahead and roll for me. Roll stealth.
Oh no.
I give her my inspiration that I've had for this character since the one shot.
God. Fuck yeah! 27!
Oh, you are a shadow. You are the night.
I like make
You
sure
are
to
the night.
close my eyes as Devotion turns around so he doesn't see the red glow.
Yeah. You are the night
Devotion's
under
just shaking his head, just like, I'm going to be back here in 5 minutes. It's fine. Go walk up the stairs.
Fair enough. Okay.
Question DM, my telepathic link to Darren specifically is still up, right?
Yeah, if not, you can physically see him from your spot once you open your eyes again. And he's definitely within your range, but I don't believe that you had actually broken it with him since, but you have to be the one to initiate the conversation.
I know that he will be able to contact me through telepathy, right? Not her.
Yeah, they are. You don't know that for sure. They are connected, and you know that the doubling that you've gotten has given you the idea that potentially she's been the one responding, but you don't have a way to prove it either way. You can try and see what happens, but you honestly don't know for sure one way or the other.
Because I don't want to tip her off.
Exactly, because this is a power that is very, very helpful, but it's not but because of the way that this whatever the possession or whatever the fuck it is, it's a very unique magical thing. So you just legitimately, and you don't even know if the person who gave you the tattoo would even know how that would shake out.
I'm not gonna risk it.
That's fair.
Unless I know for sure that it's a secure line, I'm not gonna risk it.
The NSA are listening in.
Yeah, I just start listening in to whatever's about to be discussed.
Darren, I'm sure there's stores around.
There's one or two. They're probably over there because I'm sure that at some point Zink wanted to sit and so did Hyla. So I think they're probably over by Alec. They're probably they've scooted a little because of like waves.
Drax grabs a stool, plonks it about 5-7 feet away from the cell door, sits, sword out, and just like holds it in front of him with the blade pointed down, just stares, like resting his head on, just stares, not saying a word.
Truly, you're all riveting for conversation.
And you are so boring. Has anyone ever told you in the 300 years you've been around that no one cares?
Of course no one cares. She's not worthy.
I want to focus on Garnet's face. Can I see the purple in the rim of Darren's eyes?
I don't think you're quite close enough to see that specifically. You're aware that from what you heard from Sutha that something is different. I don't think you're quite close enough to see because at this point he's about.
Closer do I have to get?
I mean,
I rolled a 27 on stealth. Can I sneak up a little closer?
Still see you.
I know.
I mean, after this, it's just like the hallway with 2 people in it, and that's it. Because you can't get like between the bars.
Damn it.
You're aware that something is a little like especially because like you're Darren's partner. Like you're aware that like the way that his eyes look in the light is different, but you can't definitively see the color change from here. Just because eyes are small.
Okay. I just
it's just that ring.
I just continue to watch and observe.
Fair enough. Sorry. Anyway.
Alex said no one gives a shit about her.
Yeah. So she sort of looks at you both up and down and then rolls her eyes in the biggest, most dramatic way possible. It's fine. You can learn subjugation later.
I don't swing that way. I make the other subjugate to me.
Isla sticks up her hand and goes, "Wait, did your mom not love you either?"
Isla, you're not there. You're trying to find Sierra and you can't. Unless you appear out of nowhere.
It's a non-canon side comic.
Yeah. No, Isla Ex Machina just appears at that moment because she's like, by the way, guys, can't find Sierra.
Why do we need?
At some point, she would go down and be like, "Hey, I can't find her."
Whenever someone has mommy issues, Isla appears to bond.
If we ever do a webcomic of this, we need the occasional vicious mockery from Isla.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Continue.
So Isla, I think up above, you probably, as you're trying to run around and be like, where the fuck is she?
Hello.
So as you're running around, you see like Zink up in the crow's nest, so she's not up there. You don't see her anywhere like on the ship at large, which you can see like, especially if you go up where the wheel is, you can see like pretty much the entire ship. She's not in the galley, she's not in any of the cabins, and you probably eventually like come back by and Devotion, did you just like go and like stand like just outside the trap door, just like waiting?
Yeah, it's pretty much where he's gonna be standing. He's just kind of just like.
Okay. Okay. And Sutha, real quick, where are you?
Sutha kind of wants to go up and find Zink and be like, "Hey, we got a situation. We need everybody."
Sorry, goes to who and says that? I'm sorry.
She wants to go to Zink.
Okay. Zink is up in the crow's nest.
Yep, Sutha's super thrilled about having to go up there.
Just shout. Sutha's got to set along. She can shout.
Hey, buddy, I don't want to go up there. here. Can you just come down
If Susan is looking for, if Susan is looking for Zink, then she might have asked Callie first. She would have been like, "Oh, that fucking weirdo is talking to himself in the crow's nest."
Except it's
in
canon.
the crow's nest?
Except it's canon. Sorry, what?
He can fit in the crow's nest?
Fucking basket at the top of the mast.
Oh. I don't want to go up there.
Shrimp boy! Just yells.
Oh, I could have done that.
I'm on the phone.
Think,
You're
buddy.
needed.
Get off the internet.
Think, buddy. I'm gonna need you.
Zink is gonna cast message to Sutha. Please hold. You can respond to this message, but I will be down in a bit. Is everyone okay?
How long can her message be?
I mean,
6 seconds.
Yeah.
It's technically
Dear
6
Dice of
seconds.
Purple.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dear and Dice of Purple, we've been in a situation. There's a possibility that she might be starting to possess him completely, and we need help.
Working on it. You can respond to this message, but I'll be down in a bit. Also, tell Callie I'm busy, and I don't know what to look for in the water. There's like a shark-looking thing over there. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Megalodon.
And then the boat sank and we all died. Good night, everybody.
The end.
This has been a great campaign. I really appreciate playing with you all.
But we're all dead from something completely random.
No, I would not sink the ship via Mega.
Because it's unsinkable?
The DM is reconsidering their position.
I'm reconsidering my position.
Where's that Cthulhu mini?
I wouldn't pick Cthulhu on you. I'd be one of the lesser gods. Anyway. So, Zink will be down when he is ready. Sutha knows this and will deal with this as needed. Isla, you have gone around. You cannot find Sierra for the life of you. And that makes you think that you have an idea of where she might be if she's not up here.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna go down. Be like, I can't find her. Sierra!
Sierra hears this and ducks lower.
I become one of the shadows.
I am the night.
Good night.
Sierra's pulling a Kronk against the wall.
Do I have to roll to hide again when Isla calls my name?
Honestly, you rolled a roll high stealth. I don't think you're gonna need to unless like they
Okay.
start actively looking down here.
Okay.
I think at this point Isla has run down and has been like, I don't think she's up there. I'm just gonna call her name, but I don't think she started looking like all around. You don't see her with the people in front of you that are in front of the cell.
Yeah.
So what do you do, Isla?
Yeah, she's like coming down to the brig and doing that thing where she's like, Sierra, come out, wherever you are. Sierra.
Wait, you're down the brig with us now?
Yeah.
Alec is going to be that asshole. Have you tried the old trick of Red Robin?
Ye old Red Robin. You have to roll a charisma save to not sink down. I'm joking. I am entirely joking.
I kind of like that rule.
You know what? You know what?
Red Robin.
19, bitch.
You know what? You don't say it.
Sierra's more of a Denny's person.
Or a Fuddrucker.
Or do you need? Or wait, how about Ricola?
Oh man.
Stay as
Okay.
Oh, O'Reilly.
Otto.
Ow! Fuck. No, I stay dead silent and deadly still.
Sweet Caroline.
I hope you do know when Sutha finds out that Hyla did not find you, she's coming.
So far, Isla's still in the brig. I think now
Yeah,
that
when Sutha goes down there and sees Isla's down there, she's gonna put two and two together.
I mean, fair, but she's not down there yet. So because Isla is now actively searching around the brig, I'm gonna say now I think you can roll an additional stealth. Either roll a combating active perception, and we'll see. So just to be clear, I'm gonna say.
Get not stuck.
Isla is the attacker trying to beat the DC set by Sierra's stealth roll.
17.
19.
Okay. Okay. You still do not find Sierra. It is.
Jeez.
She has wedged herself into this tiny crevice and is like, "I'm here, bitch."
I'm like literally in a barrel.
She's the popcorn kernel in your teeth.
Internal Darren is just like, what are you doing?
She's right there. She's right fucking there.
I swear to God, Susan's gonna come down here and he's gonna turn around and be like, "She's right there."
Scooches across the back wall, slowly climbs into a barrel and squats. And Darren's just like,
I mean, Isla's been blind for a while, so maybe she doesn't know what she's looking for.
Yeah. Also, like, Sierra has an entirely new color palette that you're still getting used to.
True.
Well,
Well, I mean, with the dark corner and she wears lots of black and like she would definitely blend in.
Look, it's hard to find goths when they don't want to be found, right, baby?
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
You enjoy this? Anyway.
So Drax is still staring down this bitch.
Yeah.
And just goes, "So what did you do to become the failure of the family?"
Ooh.
Genocide, homicide, psychopathic tendencies.
I bet she couldn't read right.
bitchy crybaby.
Tax evasion.
Tax evasion.
Alex gonna slap Drax's arm. Actually, no, I think I know what it was.
Oh?
She was a blonde.
That might be it. Yeah,
My
no.
God.
And not just any blonde. I'm thinking like platinum blonde.
Oh God, no. Oh yeah. No. Like, no wonder. Oh, wait, no. Platinum blonde with sheep fur boots.
No. Better. Gets really close to the bars. I bet she was left-handed.
No.
I bet she had a really weird birthmark.
Left hand prominent Darren glares from internal.
No, doesn't know this, so Alex doesn't care.
No, I know what she did.
Hmm?
She always had the toilet paper facing the inside.
Ooh, scandal. I bet she kicked the family dog a lot too.
Yeah.
Drax, she is going to make direct eye contact with you, and there's this small but very present sense of age, like Darren, as you know, is an elf. He's much older than you. You're fully aware of this. Like that's not news to you. But the eyes looking at you, even aside from the purple tint that is making you very uncomfortable because now you see what Sutha was talking about because you're like this close. there's a sudden sense of just of age, of not quite ancients, it's not that much, but of just you are suddenly fully aware that you are looking at somebody who has lived much longer than they were meant to, and it may or may not creep you out a little bit, but it's very interesting that you can suddenly sort of see that difference where you couldn't before, and that might freak you out more than anything. But she definitely looks at you, and she kind of like looks you up and down, and then you see this little spark of like, oh, I will tell you one thing that I wasn't. I wasn't the reason that my parents died. So,
oh,
what do you do?
Oh.
Oh. And Sierra, you hear this.
I think accidentally Sierra mentally says, "Oh shit." All right, let's see. Yeah, natural one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She forgets that the link is there. She goes, "Oh shit."
And then Sierra over that link that like you've now accidentally made her aware of that like still is there. You now have made her aware of that. She doesn't look over at you or anything, but you see her smirk kind of deepen, especially as she's still staring at Drax. And you hear this little, very pleased voice, but this time it is very much, because by the way, like every time Garnet's been talking, it's still in Darren's voice.
Mm-hmm.
But when she talks to you this time, it's a woman's voice,
mm-hmm.
layering much more heavily on top of Darren's underneath, and it's still doing that double effect like I mentioned, but now you can actually differentiate the two where you couldn't before, which may be concerning. I don't know. That's
concerning since Sutha says he's getting more possessed.
Yeah, but you sort of hear her like, "There you are.
No.
Enjoy the show."
No.
She asked you to do one thing.
One job. So
Sutha's gonna be so mad at you.
Odds, I rage. Evens, I stay calm.
I just want Drax to know as he's rolling, Alec is in front of him, between the bars and him.
Like, hey, I'm just gonna scooch my little self in here. What'd you get?
So there's a faint crackle of thunder, but then it subsides.
Oh, thank God.
And Drax just kind of goes, low hanging fruit. I expect better.
I'm sure they did too.
Alex is like looking back and forth and goes, "No, I got it. You," point to Drax. "I know what the problem was." And I preface this by saying Alec is a redhead. Looks dead at Drax. She married a redhead stepchild of low station.
Incredible.
No, I think it's something far more simpler.
She's a fucking bitch?
No, she was just fuck ugly.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, with a soul like that, gotta be.
Yeah.
As a gentry, I don't think she has a soul.
But you know, I hope one day that I get to see my parents again and actually, ask them these questions. But when I do, I hope I'll never let you know. But know in the fact that while just knowing the fact that I've heard it all from the town I grew up in. What makes you any different? You're nothing but low scum, a false god and a false idol. Also, how many times did your parents drop you as a baby before they could just sort of like institutionalize you? Before they just gave up and just kept you? What I don't know, 5 times maybe? What do you think, Alec? 5 times, and they're like,
you don't know my character's name.
Like 5 times maybe? Maybe 5 times gave up because, they've run out of accidents.
They ran out of asylums.
I mean, they never run out of accidents. They had her.
Alex is going to just throw up a hand and be like, bro. I don't know you, but I like you.
I'm Drax.
No, I kind of feel sad for her. Does she need a hug?
No, you might get slut on you.
Out of curiosity, where is Sutha through all this?
You
Did
tell
she like
me.
make an entrance at some point?
Yeah, honestly, probably what we're gonna do for the last shot is we're gonna sort of zoom away from like the taunting. We're gonna focus in on Sierra, probably looking very. I don't know. What would you say Sierra's looking after that little mental jab?
Just trying to look as calm as possible, but just focusing her attention on Darren/Garnet.
Okay. So we'll focus in on Sierra, looking very, very focused, doing our best to remain calm, neutral, just trying to get through this. We'll zoom through the ship. We'll probably see Sutha like finally being like, okay, if I can't, where's Isla? And then like looking at the trapdoor down to the brig, going like, oh no.
There's Devotion just standing there like, meh.
Devotion nearby, just sort of like waiting, like.
So he's just leaning up against the wall, just like tapping his like hands, like doodly.
Like, come on. We'll then see.
We can go back down there and be helpful.
We'll then see it pan out further, and we'll see most of the ship, including like Zinc up in the crow's nest, and then the camera is going to pan over to somebody who's near the front of the ship. It's one of the ship hands that you guys have hired. Y'all probably haven't actually like met him yet. He's looks like he's a kind of a scrawny guy, doing his best, coiling up the rope, all that good stuff, just doing it the right way, not the wrong way that I learned last week. Coiling up the right way, putting it down. And the audience gets to hear the faintest sounds of what seems like whale song, but just a little bit more melancholy. Like it's just got a little bit more emotion to it.
Oh no.
Just whale song, just a thing. But this kid seems to hear it, and we see his face go from like this like intense concentration, his movement slow, and he goes, oh. He starts crying, and he sits down. And that's where we end.
Fucking sirens.
That deckhand's a red shirt if I ever saw one.
Oh no, bro.
No, his name is just Red. That's what they call him.
He's a redhead in a red shirt.
I take offense
Not
to that
just
one.
any siren, depression sirens.
Depression sirens.
Depression sirens.
Wait, for this party, are we immune then?
I was gonna say, like, come on.
No.
Look at the siren, bitch. Come on, try something new. We're already there.
Like, come on. Have this most of our lives. Come at me.
Give me a serotonin siren, then I'm fucked.
Serotonin overload.
I already have the depressed condition. Thank you. I can't get it again.
With that, we're gonna log off for the night. Thank you, whoever stuck around to watch GKC. We'll be back next Friday with Depression Sirens and most likely Sutha beating Sierra's ass, and she rightfully deserves it because I did something I shouldn't have. We all hope you have a good weekend. Is it Friday yet? We'll see you all next time. Mwah. Bye.
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 Where's the off button? There it is.